How important is MGTOW in your life? Welcome to One Male, and hello, everyone. For more videos like this, kindly subscribe and like this channel. So in this video, we'll talk about the importance of men making their own decisions and how doing so can lead to a more fulfilling and stress-free existence. Men venturing out on their own is unavoidable. He claims that society lacks the emotional and social intelligence to recognize that if men are mistreated for a long enough period, they will eventually go their way. Males are more likely than not expected to continue to be abused by society. Men will be marginalized indefinitely as nothing more than sperm donors. Human wallets and labor-enslaved people are too loud to be ignored, as are the lives of fourth-wave feminist critics. Instead of promoting MGTOW as a group of unsuccessful, poor, unattractive men who can't get a date or a quote, they promote MGTOW as a group of men who label themselves as losers. However, fourth-wave feminists cannot label someone as a loser if they are labeled as a loser. MGTOW had no label until recently, but it was simply objective truth that a man recognized on his own in the past. This was known as being a confirmed bachelor. A confirmed bachelor has no intention of ever putting a ring on anything. A confirmed bachelor is a man who has decided he will never marry. It has also been used as a derogatory term for a gay man. Many people in the Midtown neighborhood are accustomed to being labeled gay for refusing to date and marry. That kind of demeaning language is all too common, and it is no longer adequate for men. This includes, among other things, financial, psychological, and social survival. Fourth-wave feminists believe that because Midtown does not think that women are victims, it must be silenced by any means necessary. But how do you quiet a group of men who don't share a political ideology or a dislike for one another? When it comes to MGTOW, it's decentralized and without a leader. So a Western guy who goes his way accumulates more riches while lowering his risks and living longer, because they are no longer in charge. A sizable fourth-wave feminist movement is enraged. Going MGTOW is a way for men to free themselves and avoid all types of rape, such as sperm jacking, divorce rape, or losing their job, because the legislation is designed to harm a man and permanently remove him from the dating scene. It is acceptable to transform a monster into a man if a woman files a false complaint against him. He's a monster, but he's a monster if he willingly withdraws from the dating pool. They're the only ones who aren't monsters. So there was a date or desire for breast-obsessed women. The story of Robin Williams being raped by his first wife after being divorced and forced to pay $50,000 per month for the rest of his life rather than $100,000 per month for life. With the second, it's $1.8 million per year for the rest of his life for a man who has never committed a crime. It's no surprise he killed himself. Jeff Bezos has a net worth of $38 billion. Mel Gibson's net worth is $425 million. Harrison Ford received a score of 118, in addition to avoiding false accusations at work. Men should avoid having intimate relationships with women. When you don't have to worry about being ruined by a woman, life becomes less stressful and more consistent. If she does something like that at work and you've been single for 5 years like me, don't be surprised to inform your human resources department or coworkers that you are gay, thereby shaming yourself and portraying yourself as the more significant victim. If they continue to push it, you add that if you go to the newspapers with your story, you may be fired by the corporation. Women can then claim they were raped simply by looking at them incorrectly. In the land of divorce, rape, and the artistic gay man with no facial expressions or emotions, No one can accuse Mark Zuckerberg of looking at them incorrectly because his face is always neutral. There will be no more dinners with female coworkers. Avoid sitting next to them on flights and book hotel rooms on different floors to avoid one-on-one meetings. Hiring a woman these days, as one wealth advisor put it, is a risky proposition. What if she misconstrued something you said? Males avoiding women at work is just the beginning. According to unquote men in Scandinavian countries are nearly completely separated from women. Why do you believe politics is getting crazier than ever and will soon be dominated by women? If they can choose risky, nasty, and brutal occupations that few women follow because they prey on men, women can succeed in code environments dominated by women. Women, on the other hand, are constantly striving for power, which is precisely how it should be, and you can't blame men for doing the same. A man who is adamant about going on his way does not despise women. MGTOW is not a novel idea, not just because it's a trendy title, but men are inherently programmed to provide for and protect women. When women accuse men who follow their path of being misogynists, they are projecting and implying that we despise them before realizing that they despise us. Either that or they are too stupid to realize that men and women are not the same, and that we don't hold the same stupid grudges or emotions. On the other hand, women are not afraid of men because they know that most men will protect them from bad people. They understand that they can abuse and insult men all they want, and most men will still risk their lives to save them. The more money and social status a man has, the more likely he is to face false accusations. MGTOW does not support strike demonstrations, purple hair, or calls for men to follow our beliefs. We believe that you should be able to do whatever you want as long as your wife does not put your balls in a vice. We don't pay enough attention to the resources available to women. We provide them with crickets of disinterest. The antithesis of love is indifference, not hatred, which drives the mat. Bob also mentions that young men are increasingly going their own way, that feminism had become so apparent that even younger male generations are picking it up faster than ever before, and that the red-pilling process is beginning sooner than ever. Previously, this occurred due to gender-based propaganda reaching boys in elementary school at much younger ages. Ladies are seeing all the guys go their own way, believing that brainwashing the lads will stop this. They give it a shot, and the boys notice it sooner, resulting in a faster red pill. Bull dykes are caught in a negative feedback loop all over the world. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, the idea is that men must speak out about women's experiences for them to be recognized. If men do not repeat what they say, women must work harder to condition us. MGTOW eliminates the interception monologue. The left believes that men are stupid, but they are not, and they are rebelling faster than ever before. There will be more MGTOW in the future, but much more will be incel black pillars, and such sexually deficient males should frighten women. When a person in a cell shoots up a yoga class or something, don't expect midtown males and chat rooms to rush to their aid. Women expect men to play masculine and feminine roles, even if they are becoming increasingly appropriate. They don't want a wealthy man who can cook or clean. Instead, they want a mechanic or builder who is also an artist, a strong leader but also a passive follower who is always willing to lend a shoulder to cry on, but is not emotionally career-oriented but relatively family-oriented. The list of contradictions goes on and on. This is, in my opinion, one of the most unusual observations about males. I haven't heard anything like this in a long time, and I've seen men try to follow these rules with spoiled gold-digger wives. Those women, by the way, were from Eastern Europe, So what hope do you have of meeting a good woman in the West when ladies in the East already like that? You can't go back to being some wandering feminist with a rising girth once you've been red-pilled about female nature. When a man goes his way and takes the red pill, he is left with only 5 options. Continue your seemingly impossible quest in the West for a good woman. That's all I have for now. Comment your thoughts below about this video in the comments below, and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.